Alright guys, I've been wanting to do this review here for a little bit now. I bought this with the intentions of using this to sharpen my blades, and I have been extremely impressed with the all-American sharpener that I've gotten here. So I wanted to explain why this is what I chose. Okay, as you can see behind me, storage shed, standard storage shed. The main thing is that I can use this because I don't have power ran to that shed. So in order for me to sharpen my blades, I've got to go run a cord if I didn't use my cordless one. Okay, so how this works is this slides in to the jig like this, and that allows you to be able to keep a perfect angle when you're grinding. Okay, and I was having issues with cut quality and things like that, and it turned out I had a pulley that was going bad on my mower, and I've got that replaced, but I still was having a little bit of like scragglers and stuff that wasn't getting cut, and I was just using this and just putting it in a vise. And what I come to find was that I thought that maybe my angle, instead of being like this, was starting to get like this, so it was just kind of hitting grass and not really cutting it. So I started looking into my options, and there were quite a few. I mean, if you want to spend $1,500 on a blade sharpener, you can. For me, mowing 10 to 15 properties a day and sharpening your blades every day or every other day with a total of 3 blades that you need to sharpen per day, maybe 4 if I do my push mower a couple times a week, that just wasn't justifiable to spend $1,500. Not to say that the Magnum-Matic is not a good blade sharpener. It's probably the best blade sharpener. It wasn't justified for me to spend that much on it. And some of the cheaper ones, like I think it's like rotary blade grinder or something like that, the RBG 217, I just really didn't like the design of how you had to I just didn't like the way it was made. The Oregon, and they make some really high-end belt ones, and then they also make some cheaper ones that are like I want to say they're like $200 to $300, and I think Bradley has a knockoff of that one that's like $200. But at the same time, what this allowed me to do was, number one, use the stuff that I already had, so I didn't have to go buy anything other than this mount, and I feel like I'm getting the kind of quality that I need as far as angles and grinding. So also, as far as this mount, I've done quite a bit of research from reading all the videos and summaries that they have on the website and stuff. Like, some people will just mount them to the side of the trailer so you can actually sharpen while you're out in the field, which is a really good idea, especially if you have battery powered portable angle grinder here. So I could definitely see the benefit of that, but at this point that's not what I do. I just sharpen my blades like every morning, and my blade sharpening times, I mean, dramatic. Like, literally, I hit each blade on the new edge every morning anywhere from 3 to 7 times to get a nice new edge on it. I have seen a dramatic increase in, number one, in the cut quality, and number two, in my production. I've been able to get the cut quality that I want at the same speed that is more productive. So that's kind of the biggest selling point that I can for this, is that it's great if you don't have electricity ran through your shop or you want something that's portable. And number two is that you're probably sharpening your blades with the same way that I am with your right angle grinder, so you already got the tool needed to make this work to its best potential without going and buying anything. So, and even if you got to, I mean, I'm pretty sure you can go buy them from Harbor Freight for probably like $20 or something, so it's really not that much. I think this one, This one was $179, but I bought it on eBay for like $152 on a day that they were running like 15% off. So, you know, obviously I'm always on the lookout for stuff like that. That's when I buy a lot of my supplies and parts for my mowers and things like that, is when they have sales. But I've been really impressed with this, and I just wanted to make a review video and just kind of show, you know, what it does, how I'm using it, and how I think this is a good option compared to spending $500 to $1,500 for an actual blade sharpener. So I'm gonna take a couple shots and show you what exactly it does, and show you the difference in the angle from a blade that I haven't put a new edge on yet, and just show you how much more of an angle I was actually off. Okay, so originally this was how I was actually sharpening my blades. I'd put them in the vise, and then I would sit here and I would grind on them, and you know, trying to do the best that I could to hold that angle. So now what I do is I put this into the vise and tighten down the vise. Once the vise is tightened down, okay, I twist it to the side because it's just easier for me to do it like that. But you take this arm, and then once you add that pin into your grinder, you set that arm up and slide that in, and then it'll just hang there. Then you take your blade, okay, and you tighten it up with this, and that holds it in place. And it's probably hard to see, but this block, okay, is angled, so it holds it at an angle that you want all the time. Now this keeps the arm steady so that it doesn't change up its angle. And then what you do is, I can even do this with one hand, but you okay, so I'm sure that it's hard to see on video, but you can tell how much this was all taken off the back side. It never touched the front, because that's how bad these angles were before I actually ground these down, and that's what I was actually mowing with, and that's why I was having quality of cut issues. Now this is one of the blades that I have changed the angle on, okay. You notice how this line is nearly perfectly straight. I mean, it's not perfect, but it needs to be ground a couple times. But it's taken from the back side to the front, so you have a nice consistent angle all the way over. And I'm telling you guys that ever since I bought this thing, that's all it takes to get a sharp edge, okay? But this is sharp, and I'm doing this daily. Every day I've been sharpening my blades, because it literally takes me like 3 to 5 minutes to take off my blades and sharpen and pop them back on. I do use an electric impact, and this right here saves me so much time. I've changed blades with wrenches for several years for a company that I work for, and when I started working for myself, I can't remember, I think it was a YouTube video or something, but somebody was like, why don't you just use an impact? And I was just like, why didn't I think of that before? I mean, I have been really impressed with the All-American blade sharpener, and I really can't recommend it enough. Um, it's the most affordable one. There's a competitor that's called the Yellow Jacket, which is basically like a jig that you set stuff in, but I do not see it as the best way to go about it. I just feel like the other one is simpler, and I don't see that thing wearing out or messing up at any point. I mean, it's just too simple, and I like simple, and so I've been really happy with this, and I just wanted to recommend that if anybody was thinking about buying the All American Blade Sharpener, or looking for an alternative to, $500 for a blade sharpener or $1,200 for a blade sharpener. I'm not saying that this is the best option. I'm just saying this is affordable, and it has made it so much easier for me to be able to sharpen blades in the morning. So I don't think you're going to find any better option for that price. So hope this helped you, and have a good day.